Join us over the next half hour as we give you a glimpse beyond the gates of the Anthill School, a place where every child who is enrolled there is taken on a journey that aims to see each one reach his or her maximum potential. It is indeed a special place. The school was established in 1982 by Mrs. Anne Hill. Originally called the Center for Pre-Vocational Training, it was designed to meet the needs of children with mental disabilities. From its humble beginnings on the grounds of the compound of Charles F. Broome on Government Hill, the school has grown from its original role of 20 students to its present complement of over 120, who are housed at this location on Pine Plantation Road. Its name was changed in honor of its founder in October 2000. Current principal, Imelda Bell, has served in that capacity for the past 10 years.
Anthill School caters to the students who are significantly learning disabled. They're working way below the expected level of their age peers. And many of them would have been in the special education primary units, and they more or less graduate or are assigned here at the Anthill School. So we look at, teaching our students to function in everyday life and in everyday activities here at Anthill School through functional academics. So we do like language arts, mathematics, social studies, agricultural science, those kind of mainstream kind of skills. However, we also look at functional skills for our students. So we do have the hands-on skills that we teach them as well here at the school.
Students who range in age from 11 to 18 are mainly assigned to the school through the Ministry of Education. And from the time they begin their sojourn there, Mrs. Bell and her staff focus on making it as comfortable as possible for their charges.
We try to make it as seamless as possible because they have previous school experience. And so they are, pretty accustomed to school routine, where we would be different. Whereas in the primary units, you stay in that pod more or less and do all of your subjects. Here at this school, you would be moving from class to class to do various skills. Like if you're going to home ec, you're not going to do that in your class. You're going to go to the home ec lab. If you're doing coding and robotics, you go to the IT lab. So things like that are different, but we try to walk them through it. We're usually very patient. We do a lot of talking, a lot of demonstrating, a lot of walking them through the process because we want them to achieve that confidence and success in whatever they do.
Anthill School is fortunate to have teachers who are experienced, caring, and dedicated. Persons such as agricultural science instructor Carla Gittins, who has been on staff there for over 10 years.
When I first came to special needs, I remember they had asked if I wanted to come into special needs or mainstream. And I had just completed my degree in social work. And I was like, oh, I have the opportunity to actually work with students with special needs. And I was like, no, I want to come to special needs. And it was a joy from the time I came to work with children who have special needs. I mean, a lot of people think that they are so differently able that they can't do anything. But when you come here, you can see they're very hands-on and very capable once you give them the opportunity. Come, Bailey. Mr. Harry. Split. If you see anything that has tools, split them, please. So the Ag Science program is a hands-on program. As you can see, students come out. They learn how to fork. They learn how to plant seedlings. They actually learn how to grow their own seedlings. They learn how to take care of the plant from the seed right up to when it's maturity, when they have to harvest. The aim of it is to get them to be sustainable and be able to help themselves if they leave Anthill School or even look for employment. So they have to know exactly what they're doing and what they have to look for in terms of pests and diseases. So they learn everything throughout the stages of a plant growth from beginning to the end. And they also learn how to market. So when we are to the stage of harvest, students are allowed to package and then sell their produce to the teachers.
They go hold on, put it inside this hold on by the
The students are also keen to participate in physical education and arts and craft. And both of these hands-on programs are structured, taking their different abilities into account.
The program focuses mainly on the gross motor skills of the kids. We try to have it encompass everyone. So we are special needs, so we have different abilities. So the program caters for each ability as much as possible.
Okay, so tell us about some of the areas, and I know you have the coaches from the National Sports Council as well. So tell us a little bit some of the areas that are involved.
Okay, so this year we introduced the coaches from the National Sports Council. We are doing road tennis and track and field. In the future, we're looking to add swimming and wrestling. We want to keep adding programs that the kids wouldn't normally be exposed to outside of the school environment. Because of the different abilities, the program, like I said, is mainly for the motor skill, the gross motor skills. So safety is the most important part of it. So we got to make sure that everybody is in a safe environment, and then we look at the abilities and try to pair the students together so that they will more or less be comfortable in their environment.
The physical education program continues to make progress. The school is proud of the fact that for the first time in 2023, they fielded a team to the Barbados Secondary Schools Athletic Championships.
I just want to say that although these children some of them are challenged, they can't wait to see a finished product. And as long as they're complete and they grasp the skill of getting it done, they're so excited. And they always want, even at lunchtime, they want to come, Mom, I could come in here and finish my work. They're really interested. All of them, every single one of them. I cannot tell you of a student that since I was here that ever said that they don't want to come to me. They always want to come in here. You're jogging, so you can continue.
But the curriculum at Ann Hill consists of a lot more than just practical subjects.
Today we are going to be focusing on capacity. And remember we said that capacity is the maximum that what's this word? Let's go container. Yeah, a container can hold. All right. So we have some bottles here, and we are going to look at the label to see how much these containers can hold.
We offer the functional academics here at Ann Hill School. We have language arts, mathematics, we do social studies, civics, all of those that you would regularly find on the school's timetable. And then we look at specific skills that we would be able to teach our students because we want to prepare them for life. I always say to them, we are preparing you for life after Ann Hill School. So our students, we want to see our students being able to use their hands, becoming future entrepreneurs because they are able to use some skill that they have gained while being here at the school to make a living, to contribute to our society. And so we look at those skills like ceramics. We have on our timetable woodwork. We have fiber arts, and it also encompasses the other arts as well. So we have home economics. These are all skills that they can build on as they progress through school and even after school so that they can become independent citizens in this country.
Okay. Here at the Anthill School, we have a variety of equipment that assists with our educational program. We have different levels of the tablets as well as laptops. Here we will find our robotics kits that we work with our coding and robotics projects. We also have a language master, adaptive technology for those students who may have issues controlling the mouse. We have joysticks. There are the enlarged keyboards that assist our students with visual problems so that they will be able to type. We also have headphones, speakers. The Ministry of Education ensure that every teacher has a pair of speakers that they can use inside of the classroom as we try to integrate the technology. We also have a gaming system in the Wii that can be used in the physical department to help our students who have issues with their gross and fine motor skills. Also, we recently would have acquired these solar robots to assist in our coding and robotics program. We have the iPads. On the iPads, we have simple programs, which starts from the basic level of coding in Daisy the Dinosaur. So Daisy has very simple words that the students can manipulate, and as soon as they press play, she moves on the actions. So that is basically a synopsis of some of the equipment we have. Our students are exposed to the use of flash drives, as this is part of the CBQ program as well as the program for EDPM. And if you look in the lab, we have a variety of printers, color printers, black and white printers that we use to assist teachers on a daily basis with worksheets. We also have smartboard technology where we can have the students interacting with the touch screen on the smartboard.
The enthusiastic students have had success not just in grasping the basics in information technology, but some have had success in formal examinations, gaining successful passes and achieving grades 2 and 3 in CXC examinations.
There is the EDPM program, which is the Electronic Document Preparation and Management Program, which is a CSEC program. We have students in the 5th year that take that program yearly. So far, we have had no failures. And I'm proud to say that we have grade 1s as well in that batch. And the ministry has been very instrumental in giving us assistance with that program. So we have that. And then there is also the CVQ, which is the Caribbean Vocational Qualification. Our students do using information communication technology. And so far we have took 2 cohorts to be assessed and both have been successful.
So in terms of the student population here at the school, we have children who might be on the autism spectrum. We have children with Down syndrome. We have children who are significantly learning disabled. In general society, people just class them as slow learners because they are working, way below that of their age peers. We have children who have multiple disabilities. So you will see children around. They might be using a walker because of cerebral palsy, or they might be not very steady on their feet because of muscular dystrophy or something like that. So we have those disabilities that are represented here in the school.
Managing an institution attended by students with such diverse needs is not easy. Mrs. Bell was fortunate to have had the assistance of senior teacher Lasonja Watson in the administration of the school for several years. While admitting that her days are usually quite hectic, she also considers the job to be a rewarding one.
Well, my day starts from the time I leave my vehicle on mornings, and that is usually around 8:30. It's a very hectic day. From the time I reach school, from the time I reach the office, there are complaints. Mom, somebody did this. Mom, somebody did that. Mom, I didn't have any breakfast today. Mom, I don't have any bus fare. Can I come this evening and get bus fare? So my day is a very hectic one. As I said, it starts early in the morning and sometimes it finishes around 5 in the evening because we have children who take the buses home. Transport Board arranges shuttles for the students. Sometimes the shuttles are late, so I usually stay with the children who are here late. And then there's some parents who collect their children and sometimes they come late. So I stay sometimes after 5, one time minutes to 6. So my day is very hectic. Besides that, there is the administrative work, which I assist the principal with. One reward, I think, is when a child who has been having behavioral issues, when you can see improvement in that behavior. To me, that is a reward because usually when they come to the office, I normally talk with them to find out what's going on. What happened today? Um, did something happen at home? Is there something I can help you with? And as long as that child can change his behavior, I consider that a success. We had a few students who were, I would call them selective mutes. They weren't speaking, 2 girls actually. And by the time the older child was leaving school, she was speaking. She would speak to me, but mind you, she did it in a very soft voice, and she had to look around to see if anybody was looking before she said anything. So I consider that as a success. In fact, she is graduating from SJPI this semester. She has completed her, I think she's doing the certificate, and I consider that a success. And then we had another child, she's still here at the school, and she was not speaking either, but now she is speaking. Sometimes you have to ask her to tone it down a little bit. And then there are others, usually the boys, because I kind of like to interact with the boys. I find the boys are more open. They will actually come and tell you what's happening. So when a child can do that, when he's not talking and he can come in and talk and say what's wrong, I consider that a real success. And that is rewarding.
Miss Watson believes that certain qualities are needed to be a successful teacher of students with special needs.
What sound? When they put it with at, what do I get? Spell it for me. Spell it again. Letter. Cat. Fat. Sat. Rat. First of all, you need patience. You really need the patience. Um, as I said, there are students who they don't know to transfer the good behavior back over to the classroom. So you need to be patient with them. Sometimes the job may seem like if it's not very rewarding, but you need patience, you need a caring attitude. I think also you need tolerance. All right. And of course, you need to have the experience and you need to have the knowledge of how the particular child with the particular disability behaves. Because if you know how a particular disability comes out in a child, then you will know what techniques you can use, what things you can do to help that child to reach its fullest potential. So to me, caring, being tolerant, being patient, and being knowledgeable are some of the skills that are needed to be with children here at the Ant Hill School. Any child that has a special need or disability.
The sky is a part of the what? The earth. And the earth is a part of the environment. Excellent. Good job.
The vital role of guidance counselor at the school is performed by Jalisha Brown Phillips, who is also the instructor for health and family life education.
As part of the guidance and counseling portfolio, I am responsible for supporting students with their socio and emotional challenges. I will sometimes consult with teachers to discuss any challenges that they might see coming out in their classrooms. And from there, I would engage with parents or guardians because whatever we do, we consult parents and guardians to ensure that we're all on the same page. I would also attend case conferences because sometimes some of the challenges, they require a multi-team approach. So if it's something that's beyond the scope of the school, I would engage with, let's say, the welfare department, the child care board, the Ministry of Education, to make sure that we can all put our heads together to adequately meet the needs of our students. That is it in summary. Of course, it's a very diverse position to be in. So no 2 days are the same. So sometimes I might come up with a plan and then that plan goes through the window and you just fall in line and you go with the tide. Red, purple, pink, and blue. Excellent. Thank you, Jamisha. Deshaun, you're next. Yeah. Where's your thumb? Let's see. Where is that thumb?
She leads a team of 2 other teachers in the area of health and family life education.
More commonly called HFLE. It's a life skills-based program where we try to teach our students the skills that they would need to properly function on a day-to-day basis. So these skills might include conflict resolution, problem solving, decision making, cope with emotions, managing yourself, negotiation skills, communication skills, just to name a few. Right? HFL is divided into 4 themes. This would be self and interpersonal relationships, sexuality and sexual health, managing the environment, and appropriate eating and fitness. Right? So what I would do, I go through the syllabus, I look at the different topics, and I pick out the topics that are most relevant for our students at that particular time. And we discuss in class. We don't really take notes. Right? It's not about note taking, it's more about discussing and applying the skill towards their lives. Right? So we will do a lot of brainstorming, discussion, like I said, role playing. We do a lot of games so they can really identify with it. Sometimes we go outside and have a class outside. We might have a class where we're walking around the school and we're just discussing. So it's more of a relaxed atmosphere, but they're still learning. And HFLE is taught throughout the school. So from first years all the way up to upper fifth, all of them do HFLE.
The guidance counselor has also organized internship programs with several public and private organizations. The aim of these is to provide a structured program that provides hands-on experience for students, helping them to develop their employability skills. The work experience program has also enabled them to understand the need for financial management and budgeting.
I also expose our students to what's out there beyond Ant Hill School. They have a chance to interact with officers from the SJPI, from the Vocational Training Board. They also interact with persons from the Barbados Youth Advanced Corps, so they can have an idea of what am I going to do after Ant Hill School. So it's not that you have special needs and you're just done here. I try to expose. I'm really proud of that, and I'm really proud to see how they're interacting when these officers come to the school. You would think they would be a little shy. They do start off a little shaky, but then they open up and they're able to express themselves and they ask some really good questions. So I'm very proud of the progress of the students here.
Sandals Barbados is one of the partners who have joined with the school to offer work opportunities to the students of Ant Hill. Demario Francis, who graduated in 2023, is just one of the many stories of students who successfully participated in the work experience program. He secured a job at the hotel and was awarded the People's Choice Award in 2024.
Demario is a gem, and taking a chance on Demario just proved my initial thought that they just deserve a chance. And his quality of work is exceptional. And there's no difference between what he can do and what a regularly able person can do. And I always say that Demario is a gem, and he has added to us here at Sandals Barbados.
We do what we call the hospitality training program 4 times a year. And this program is open to young individuals or young persons between the ages of 18 to 30. And it gives them the opportunity really to pursue in any department or industry within the hospitality industry. And it gives them the opportunity to train, learn, and grow. We do this program for 10 weeks. And in those 10 weeks, each individual receives a level of training that is paramount with the industry across the world. And Demario is a product of this program. And you wouldn't believe, if you see him, you wouldn't believe that he's only been through 7 weeks because he started the program later than the others. And you wouldn't believe he's only been through 7 weeks of training. And if you see him in the department themselves, you would notice that they do more than training when it comes to him. They treat him like family, yeah? And it's a beautiful program, but we believe in training and developing. And so any individual should be given an opportunity. And this opportunity, regardless of background, disability, it should be extended to any individual. So any hesitancy that we would have had or I would have had was quickly removed within the first couple of weeks of the program. And you see the potential of persons like the Mario and what they can do when you actually introduce them to real life scenarios and to the world of work.
At first, I was very scared, and I was like, I know he can handle himself outside because I take him out there. He knows a lot of people. A lot of people know him. So at first, I was a little skeptical. I was wondering, like, what they can do. They're gonna offer you got there. Oh Lord, I don't know what to do. And I said, Lee, try it and see how it work out. So after he came here, first day, he was a little shy. Second day, because when he got into the laundry, he is this person. He wants to see everything. He can sit down and he can observe everything that happening in there, and he can do some of everything in there. When somebody don't come work, they may go worry. Mr. Man gonna try to cover everything because that's he.
And there are others who are just as appreciative as Demario and his mother, who have made the best of the time spent at Ann Hill School and utilized the opportunities to the fullest. It is always a proud moment for them all when graduation time approaches.
I am especially tasked with providing instruction for our students as they prepare to leave school for the world of work. At this point, I am going through the paces as they prepare for graduation, and this is just going to be another step in their path towards success, and I'm really proud of them, and I am proud to be a teacher at the Ann Hill School. All of my students are outstanding. They have done exceedingly well. They have done their EDPM, CSEC examinations, language arts. Some of them have gone on, especially to be trained at very prominent hotels, and they are currently working, one of our students here. So all of my students do well. Whatever they have gained and have been successful in is my success, and I'm proud to be their teacher and to have been instrumental in preparing them in the way that I have been able to do.
Leona Francis is extremely happy about the progress her son has made as a student of Ann Hill, and she has this advice for any parent of a potential Ann Hill student.
Don't even think about it. Send the child to Ann Hill. Ann Hill School, when I first sent the Mary to Ann Hill, I wasn't too happy about it. I was not sure. But after going there, and I wouldn't ask somebody to, if you got a special child, send to Ann Hill.
The principal, staff, students, and parents have proudly celebrated their 40th anniversary. And like Mrs. Griffith, they too are satisfied with the strides the school has made.
I'm proud of the strides that we have made as an institution. I took the baton from a very good lady, the immediate past principal, Miss Daphne Brown, and I believe that some of the achievements we have been able to realize, even in terms of the same academic progress, with the students being able to write external examinations. I know that was a dream of hers, and it was more or less with some hard work and teamwork been able to fall into place as under my leadership. And I am also very thankful for my staff. They help to keep me on point, but they're willing to rally around for the benefit of the child. And I think if we continue to keep our children as our focal point, that we will be able to go a lot further and continue to grow and rise as the years go by. when our students are qualified, they are able to go out there and represent themselves, and be able to progress